light, the beauty within shining bright. Wings of steel, so loud. She has scars, but she flaunts them proud. Perfectly imperfect.
If it's the first time you're seeing me here, I'm Free the Butterfly, Josie Myers. I'm an inner clarity coach, and I help people to open and balance their life force energies and use life coaching strategies in order to get to your authentic self, to the core of who you are. Okay, so if you don't feel like you're aligned in what you're doing right now and where you are in your life, working with an inner clarity coach like me can help you do that. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Let's just do a cleansing breath. Okay, you ready? Take a deep breath in and release. Wiggle your body around a little bit. Get a little loose. Now I'm just going to light up some incense for us. We'll have that going. There. All right. So what I want you to do right now, we cleared our air and we are ready to set our intention for our day or our week. Okay, intention setting is amazing because it sets the tone for whatever it is you're doing. So I'd like you to think about an intention that you would like to set for yourself for today or for the rest of this week going into next week. Okay. And what I want to do before I get into the topic of what this week is, or what tonight is all about, is I want to pick a affirmation card from the deck of Positivity and Change. It's a Freeing the Butterfly deck, okay? And if you've not used affirmations, okay, they help you to rewire your brain. They help you to replace any negative thoughts with positive ones. And when you're using affirmations, it's important that what you're using really resonates with you. Okay, that's how they're the most effective. All right, so let's see what we have going on here. I am comfortable in my skin is our affirmation for today, my friends. I am comfortable in my skin, okay? If you're having a hard time being comfortable in your skin right now and this doesn't really resonate with you, you can always go ahead and say, I wish to be comfortable in my skin. I work towards being comfortable in my skin. And that could be an affirmation that if you're not feeling right now, you can change so that it helps you to get where you need to be. So if your goal is to feel comfortable in something, how are you going to do that? And what are you going to affirm to yourself every day to get to that? Okay? So what I'm going to do today is I usually pick something off the blog to talk about. If you don't know already, Michelle Cornish and I have written a book called Freeing the Butterfly. And what it does is it helps you to get to the change or to the core of the things that you really want in your life through holistic tools. Okay, so if you're looking for a work through guide that is going to help you through some sort of change or transformation, okay, you could consider Freeing the Butterfly. Now, today I kind of wanted to talk about my journey and my journey with energy. Okay, so I would say that if you have been having a hard time in your life, maybe you have been in a tough moment or have been really struggling and you are not sure, what's going on, I would say that you could consider looking at different things other than the typical things that you would go to your doctor or for mental health. I would say that think about your energetic body, okay? Now, when I was having a lot of hard times, a lot of triggering times, a lot of times in my life when I wasn't happy, I was not aware that I actually had an energetic body that really played a big part in that. Okay, so with our physical body, we have an energetic body. All right, and your energetic body is really your life force energy. It's what allows you to put energy toward things. All right. Within that system, we have our energy system and it's called balls of light, called chakras. Okay, so we have 7 main chakras in our body that hold different energies. So let me give you an example. So I did a talk about freeing the butterfly in the first chapter, and we talked about our root chakra. So your root chakra is at the bottom or the base of your spine. Okay, it's a bright red light. Okay, and within that energy, it holds your groundingness, your self-preservation. Okay, and your ability to feel very connected to who you are. So each ball of light in your body represents something different. So if you are having a hard time feeling grounded, if you're having a hard time with money, maybe with boundaries, maybe with, people pleasing, that would all be in your root chakra, because that's really what that energy guides. Okay? So with that, we have all of this energy that can become stagnant or can be shut down. Okay? And the whole idea of opening up and balancing your life force energy is so that that energy within your body is able to run at an optimal level so that you can feel secure in yourself. You can feel like you can set boundaries with people. You can feel really tied to security and safety. Okay? So think about places in your life where you may not be feeling safe or secure. So I would say at the beginning of my healing journey or my self-exploration journey or my self-development journey, I was having a lot of hiccups in my energy, and I didn't know that. And I know that I really didn't make the correlation. But once I started going and getting Reiki and going and doing other things that optimized my energy, I was really able to kind of see a path that was going to help me to sort of work through the things that I was going through. Okay? So maybe I'll ask you guys, what is your take on energy? I come on here every week and I talk about energy and energy systems and chakras and Reiki. And I think that, many people are like, oh, that's not for me. That's really woo-woo. But it's not. Your energy is part of your system. I'm telling you now, your system is not just one system. We have so many systems working in our body. So many systems. They are not separate from each other, right? So how you feel and what you think, right? 2 different systems, both working together, right? My experience life is dreaming about a story. That's interesting. Oh, I like that, Ron. Ron said, I never thought about it much until I started listening to you, and I can see the possibilities. So that means that my work is being done, right? Your energy will try to balance by your environment. Yeah. Yeah. The beautiful thing is that we can decide that what energy we get to bring, right? What energy do we bring? What energy do you want to bring every day, right? How you approach things, what you do. I would say I would like to bring the energy of calm, right? And hopefulness. I have energy of curiosity, because I want to learn where people are at. In my practice, I always am trying to get to the root or the core of what is bothering people, how we can move that energy around, how we can push people in the direction that they may need to be guided to based on what it is that they want. Because really, I'm not pushing anyone to go anywhere they don't want to. That has to come from them, right? So when I'm sitting down and talking to somebody in a breakthrough call or a discovery call, what I'm trying to do is get to what is the problem, where are they misaligned, right? And can they see possibility of what they can do to get to something that's going to fulfill them and make them better. It's less about my goals for them and more about for their own goals. So I'm merely just a guide, right? Oh, I understand, Ali. So Ali, what do you have to do to get that? And the other thing too is just being really honest with yourself, right? And a good way to know if you are honest with yourself is if you are sit down and think about, are you honest with other people, right? Can you be honest with other people? Because if you put that to practice, it's easy to be honest with yourself. So when you're trying to make a change, it's just really important that you are sitting down and really looking at yourself, whether it be good or bad, right? You just want to bring awareness. This awareness is so important because it kind of guides you to where you want to go or what's going on or why do you feel misaligned, right? It's really important that you are taking an exploration of yourself. One of my big umbrellas in my business is self-discovery. I want to ask the questions that make you think about what it is that you are really going for, or what kind of change do you want to make, or whatever it is, just to get the wheels turning. Yes. It's hard to be honest with people, for sure. I found that in the past 3 years, I've had to be really honest with myself and really honest with other people. And I'm very delicate. I would say I make sure that I'm very mindful of what I say, how I say it. I try to not sugarcoat things, but just be gentle in my delivery. And I've found that I've lost a lot of people because they don't like that. It's hard, but I would say that at least they know where I stand and I know where they stand, right? Because the response that you're going to get is going to tell you exactly where you stand in whatever situation you're in, right? Yeah, I like to be tactful. Yeah. I mean, if you get me in an elevated state, and depending on who I talk to, I might not be tactful, but I really try to stay respectful, if that, right? And if you've been someone that has been shut down a lot, or you're have had a hard time speaking up for yourself, or you've been put in situations where you feel like you aren't valued, it can be difficult to speak up. And that's where a throat chakra comes into play. So our throat chakra is like a big, beautiful blue light, but when it's muted or shut down, you will have a hard time telling people your truth. Our throat chakra really helps us to tell people our truth, and it takes bravery, but it's important, right? It's important that what you have to say comes out, right? Good. I'm glad you're standing up for yourself. It's important. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you, Rivers. No one has been prepared for the honesty. And the thing is too, it's it depends who you were in the past. So with myself, I don't know if you guys can resonate with this, if you were the same. I was somebody that just listened and wanted to people please a lot because I didn't want to make anybody upset. And when you come from that sort of background and doing that all the time, you tend to mute yourself a lot quicker, and it's harder to actually, speak your mind. So it's a practice, and the way I worked up to just being honest and speaking my truth is just doing very little things each and every day that help me to practice that and to give me the strength to say the bigger things, right? Because that is what life is about. You want to make a change, you want to start doing something different, you want to start at very small steps in order to get to those big goals. And some people withstand that and they respect that, and some people don't. So then you just start moving away from people that really feel like you are not valuable to them, or that your opinion and what you want are not valuable. Of course, yeah. Sure, Rivers, I understand that. As a neurodivergent person, I feel like I have to qualify myself a lot. That's my process. I want people to understand where I'm coming from, because having a neurodivergent mind and communication is completely different than a neurotypical mind. So yeah, I've found myself having to qualify what I'm saying a lot, and it's just the way it is, right? Yeah, for sure. That's right, Paul. And I think that's okay. It's empowering to qualify what you're saying, right? It's just giving that person more information. Yeah, definitely. I think that, like, one of the things I love seeing in the people that I work with is that evolution of, really being in that old pattern, but also like being able to implement that change even though it's hard, and not going back, right? So I think that it's like a constant check-in with myself, right? Constant check-in with my clients, because you tend to slide back to what you know because that's comfortable, and that's where people are comfortable with you. The minute you start making people feel uncomfortable, or you're uncomfortable, right, it really takes a lot of awareness to like stay in who you are becoming and what is important to you, right? So like that's why I talk a lot about really tuning into and understanding what it is that you like, why you're making that change, and how that is going to help you in getting to what it is that you want. Being closely connected to the changes that you're making makes them meaningful for you, and it allows you to go in the direction that you're going and not sliding back. How do I feel about energy stones? Oh, I love them, like crystals. Crystals? I really love them. I use them all the time. They are a huge part of the Freeing the Butterfly book, because we talk about crystals you can use to open up energies that we talk about in each chapter. I'm also going to pick a meditation from the book today, so we will do that shortly, but I just want to see if anyone else has any other questions. Just to recap, we talked about our energy system and how it works with all the other systems in our body. We talked about really being honest with yourself if you want to make a change, and practicing being honest with others. So how do you mean change your aura? You can use crystals to open up energy within your aura. How do you mean change? I would say if you're a starter in these like holistic energy tools things. You could go with a clear quartz. Clear quartz is amazing, okay? All crystals have vibrational energies that can assist in healing, all right? And you can use them in various ways, all right? But if you are if you're new to energy and you're new to crystals, a clear quartz is amazing because you can program that stone to do whatever it is that you want. Okay, so say you wanted to use it to open up your heart, you could program it to do that. If you wanted to open your third eye, which is here, which is all about our internal knowledge, you can use it for that. Okay, so a clear quartz is very versatile and it's very easy to clear, very easy to set an intention and to program it to do what you want it to do. A lot of people think I have a lot of positivity except for when it comes to myself. You mean like self-love, self-positivity? Is that what you mean? So Ron, what you want to do in that case is you want to really focus on your heart chakra energy. Your heart chakra energy is all about love and self-compassion and giving love to others. So what you are going to have to do in order to give yourself what it is that you need to be positive within you is self-compassion and self-love. All right. Now, I know that self-love has been like such a buzzword for so long. We've been inundated with this self-love stuff. I understand it can be tiring, but really, self-love is what it is we need in order to nurture ourselves and to give to others. So if you're having an issue in any of your energy centers, okay, it is really important that you are first trying to open that up for yourself, okay? And I know that giving love and positivity to other people makes us feel good, and that is okay. That's fine. I'm going to say just keep doing that, but you have to go inside and really think about, are you compassionate to yourself? Do you love yourself? Okay, and how can you show yourself those things? All right. Paul said, I spend too much time valuing others and forget about myself. Okay, I have a download that is free, and it is in my bio, and it's a self-care routine. Okay, and I want to get you to download it. It's absolutely free, okay? And I want you to work through that, all right? If you're having a hard time where you find like you're giving to everybody else and you really want to do that, but you are not giving to yourself, it's important for you to come up with a routine that it's going to work for you, that is going to show yourself every single day that you are worthy and important of your own love, okay? Yeah. Do that. Download it. It's free. Okay. And it's easy. And there's a little video that I talk to you in so that you can get yourself ready. Okay. And one of the things I say is that if you are wanting to fill your cup, it's important that you are making a commitment to yourself. Okay. So I want you to sit down and let's think about all the things that you have made commitments to. Okay. You could probably list quite a few things. Are you on that list? Because you need to be on that list. You need to be number one on that list. You need to commit to yourself. Just like you commit to a partner, just like you commit to a child, just like you commit to a job, just like you commit to eating well and working out, okay? Commit to yourself. Commit to yourself. And find things that you really feel that are connected with you to help you commit to those things, and things that you like to do. It's so important that you're connecting. Paul, I wish we could do a breakthrough session together. You need to reach out to me because I would have to ask you a bunch of other questions. Because I know a PTSD is a completely different bag. In this case, I would say, just like as a broad overarching thing, it's really important that we're getting down to your core. We're getting down to those times that solidified that for you. Okay, so the worthlessness. It's important that you are excavating. Working with me is an excavation, okay? Because you need to know where the root is. Then you need to know what happened. And really, that's a lot of inner child work, okay? So I had and still have a lot of inner child work to do, because sometimes she's guiding me and she is sad and she is broken and she is depressed, okay? So she comes up in my everyday life, right? And I have to nurture her. So what it is getting down to the core and nurturing your inner child and being there for him and saying, you aren't worthless. I'm sorry that that person did that. I'm sorry that that person wasn't there for you in the way you needed, but I'm here for you now. And it sounds kind of weird. Okay, you can call it what you want, but it is the child inside of you that is really, really afraid and is really looking for that comfort and that love, okay? And you can give yourself that, right? There's a powerful thing about being able to connect with our core, all right? And that is really like the gist of my work. It's like really helping people to get to the core of the things that have carried them through their life and have held them back, you know? You don't have to be a slave to that. It doesn't have to do that. You know, you can come out of that. You can come to the other side of that and find fulfillment, okay? Yeah, and please know, like, there are ways to work with me if you wish, if you feel like what I'm saying is resonating, if you feel like I can help you and you are ready to kind of go through that journey and you want someone to guide you, I would love to do that. I would love to help you get to a place where your past is part of you, but it's not driving you, right? Because when we're living in the past, we can't go forward and we can't actually be who we want to be, right? Yeah, I know, Ron. And you know what? Through my own inner child work, I have had, you have to become that person for yourself. There's no other way to say it. And you have to have a space where you can feel safe enough to go there, you know, safe enough to speak about your experience. I know, Paul. But there are things you can do for the hurt to, let's just put it this way, okay? Trauma always follows you. It's never going to go away, okay? It's how you approach it. It's how you deal with it going forward. So I know, like, my wounds are very deep, okay? I've done a lot of work on my wounds, and it's a lot of work. And at times I get re-triggered, but in those moments, I know that I have done the work and that I have tools that I can use to make sure that my pain doesn't get deeper, but it gets lighter, okay? And that's a process. That's a process of healing. That's a process of evolving. It's a process of finding the tools that are going to work for you when you have those moments. You aren't less because you have those moments. We all have some sort of trauma, okay? And it's all valid. But being able to manage that when it happens is what is going to make that, you know, that pain less prominent, okay? I don't know if you guys know Jordan Peterson, okay? He is like all over the platforms now. He says that if you have anything that is going on for, in your life that's bringing you pain that is older than 8 months, you're still living with that pain. So it's really important that you are doing the work so that you are not feeling pain from years and years ago. Yeah, you need a multifaceted approach, Paul. You need to definitely talk about it, and you need to get to the core of it, but then you need someone that's going to give you an action plan for that, and I actually specialize in that. So if you want to know the steps after that, because getting to the core is just the first part, right? And that's a very painful part, but getting to the action plan, that's why I really love using a multifaceted approach. I love the coaching portion because I think that it helps people solidify things and see a process, but then also bringing in the energetic work is really, really important. So there's 2 things that I would do. I would suggest Reiki, or I would suggest bioenergetic access method. Okay? And with your structured life coaching strategy, we bring in the energy portion because that is what is going to help you. Your chakras have blocked energy, and your trauma is sitting in there. Okay? And what we have to do is we have to open up and release what it is that's in that energy. All right? Because what we want to do is we want to take the strategy that our mind can understand and envelope that with your energy system. Because like I said, they don't work in different systems. We are a full system here. So your energy and your mind, they work together. They're not separate. Okay? Yeah, I know, Ron. Many people. The thing is, you just have to be brave. It just takes you to decide that you are sick and tired of holding on to this because you're stuck, or you're not going forward, or you want more for yourself, or something really traumatic has happened to you and you are sick and tired. That is exactly why I reached out to my Reiki master. I was sick and tired of feeling like I was stuck, feeling sad, feeling abandoned, feeling like I had all of this wonderful goodness in me, but nobody could see that because I was just buried. Okay? So you just got to get to that point. Unfortunately, when people come to me, they've not come at the beginning of that happening. They come to the point where they're like, you know what, Josie, I am so sick of this. I'm done. I need to do something about this now, right? So they come in urgency to get out of pain. And that's basically what you need to do. You just need to decide that you don't want to hold on to that anymore. And then we work on how we can get better. But I think this room is an indication of that all of us have gone through something that really hurts and really hangs on to us. And we aren't less because of that. Right? You're so brave for holding that for so many years. You're so brave for being able to go when you could have stopped, right? I wanted to leave the earth many times, but I never did it. I knew my purpose was bigger. I didn't know what the hell the purpose was. But I knew that I was worth saving, right? And so are you. No, Melissa, you're right. But the thing is too, it's we're dealing with people that also have not been loved sufficiently, or are immature, or have their own things in their mind, and they just poured it right over because they didn't know how to deal with it, and they weren't going to go talk to anybody about it, right? Because therapy is stupid, because we don't have problems. We just walk around bleeding on other people with our wounds. We're a little more advanced now. It's okay to ask for help. It's not weak, it's strong. Do you know how hard it is to ask for help? You know how vulnerable you have to be to tell somebody, I've been holding on to this for 20 years? That is vulnerability, my friends. That is being brave. Because you want to be better, right? So ask for the help. Ask for the help. So before we go, let's do the meditation from chapter 1. Sit in a comfortable position with your feet on the floor. Close your eyes and take 3 slow, deep breaths. Imagine your feet are growing roots, and the roots are extending far into the center of the earth. Now imagine a red ball of light floating up to your root chakra, which is right at the base of your spine. When it gets there, the light expands to surround you. Soak in the light for as long as you like. Now imagine the light entering your root chakra. Repeat the affirmation, I am safe. I am safe. I am safe. And feel the glowing red light filling your body with energy. The energy is there for you whenever you need it. Visualize the light shrinking into your root chakra. Be still and notice what comes to you. Simply observe. Don't worry about trying to make sense of your thoughts. Let them come and go freely. When you're ready, take a deep breath and open your eyes. We suggest that you take a drink of water after you meditate and have a journal handy to take any notes the things that might have come up during the meditation. Remember that journaling is a great way to track your thoughts, track your feelings, track what happened in a meditation. If you do the same meditation, it's always good to compare notes, because I believe through every meditation you get something different. Okay? About holistic things, check out Freeing the Butterfly if you're looking for a guide to start your year off right by making a change and transforming. All of the links are in my link tree, okay? And know that I'm always scheduling breakthrough sessions if you want to sit down and talk about things that you might be wanting to change or things that you're experiencing that you might need some guidance with, all right? And remember to always be kind, because we have no idea what people are experiencing every single day. All right? I love you, and I'll see you next week. Ciao.
Transform the